Hi guys, welcome to Fragrance. So today's review will be all about Heat by Beyonce. So Heat is Beyonce's very first fragrance and it was launched in February of 2010. So let's start with the advertisement. So this is your ad. So here's Beyonce. She's very sexy and she's wearing like this red dress. On top says Heat, Catch the Fever, which is the tagline of the fragrance. And you have a picture of the bottle down here and Facebook page and everything. So I really like the ad. She's very sexy and everything. And yeah. So now let's get onto the box. So here's the box. So it has a plain design to it, but I don't mind because it was her first fragrance. So on the front says Beyonce Heat in gold and it has like this red background, but if you can see, there is like this leathery kind of texture to it. Yeah, and all around the front have like this black frame. And on the bottom says Eau de Parfum Vaporisateur Natural Spray 100 ml 3.4 fluid ounces, which is the biggest bottle you can get as always. So on the side you have like the black side. It has like a B, which is matte compared to the black thing anyway. And on in the corners you have like those little designs. Same on this side. On the back it only says Beyonce Heat. On top you have a B, and on the bottom some informations. When you're opening the box, it says BeyoncePerfume.com because you have to pronounce this in French. And when you open the box, it says Catch the Fever, which is the tagline. Have like some bees, like not bees, but the letter B. Like, yeah, and inside it's just black. So there's not a lot to it. Like I said, it was her first fragrance, so I don't mind, but yeah. So now onto the bottle. So here's the bottle. So you have like this shaped bottle. I don't really know how to explain this. The bottom is red and the top is actually clear. The bottom has like these, like, it's not plain, as you can see. There are like some bubbles, or I don't know what to call these, sorry. And you have actually the cap with the B on the top and the gold thing, which says Heat and Beyonce, and the gold sprayer. And I think that she tried to represent, since the fragrance is called Heat, and the cap looks like an ice cube and is also not very, it is not plain, if you can see. Wait. Yeah. The bottle reminds me of, like, the bottom is supposed to represent the fire and the cap is actually an ice cube and it is melting, so that's why it is not plain. Because the fire is just underneath and the ice cube is actually melting, and yeah, if that makes sense. I don't know, I don't think so, but anyway. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. I think I'm gonna say a little story, well, tell a little story. Actually, Heat was the first ever celebrity perfume that I smelled in my life. Let me explain you. So, that was in 2011 when Beyonce released her fourth studio album, which was called Four, simple. Um, and in the end of 2010, I was started collecting CDs and not perfume because I didn't know they exist. Like, yeah. So I was collecting CDs, and in 2010, Beyonce released her fourth album, which is called Four, like I already said. And one day, I had money because it was my uncle that gave me some money. So I went to a store and I saw the album Four, and I was like, I'm buying this shit. So I bought it. I went to a restaurant and then I opened the CD, and there was actually like a sample thing, and it was the sample, like, you know those samples where you actually find those in magazines, like you actually have like to open the little piece of paper thing, and then you have like a little wipe. I think it was that. And actually smell it. Actually, I didn't open it completely. I just opened it a little and smelled it, and I was like, oh my god, it smells so good. It smells just like heat. Duh. And yeah, and I actually can't find the little sample anymore. I think it is in the back of my shelf. I think it was actually second time where actually I don't, well, I still have the CD, but it's just like smashed up. Yeah, but actually there was second time where I got the little paper thing. I actually went to a store, another store where they were selling computers and CDs and DVDs and you know, this kind of store. And I went to the CD section and I saw the album 4 of Beyonce. And actually opened it because some of their CDs are already open. So I opened it. I didn't even pay attention if there was something inside. Well, there was CD inside, duh, but anyway. So I opened it and there was something that fell and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is this? So I took it and I thought it was actually simple and I was like looking on my right, on my left, on my right, on my left. Sorry. And I was like, you know, it says do not sell this, so I can take it for free. So that's what I did. That's what I did. So I took the sample and I was so scared to pass it through. Like, you know, when someone is stealing, you have like those alarms like in front of the store. So I was so scared. So I had the sample on my hand and I was like walking and with my hand like doing this. So before I even passed those alarms, I just threw the paper like this. It would like do a beep sound before I even passed through. Hmm. Actually, it didn't even the alarms didn't even go on or anything. So I was like, oh, and I was like, and I even said that, oops, I dropped something. So yeah, and I can't find this one anymore as well. So I think they're both on the back of my shelf, but I'm too lazy like to move it because there are my perfumes in the shelf. So bitch, I don't want them to fall and break. So let's get onto the fragrance. So I have to spray. Oh my god. It has been such a long time since I actually sprayed the perfume because I'm barely using the fragrance, as you can see. I'm not even using my perfumes on me. It's just for my collection. And I'm actually smelling them like this and not spraying them. So top notes are red vanilla orchid, magnolia, neroli, and blush peach. So at the beginning you get like this floral bouquet mixed with the sweetness of the blush peach without being sticky, which is a great thing because there are sweet fragrances that makes you feel sticky and that is not good. But the sweetness of the peach is softened by the flowers in the other noticeable notes. So the hard notes are almond macaroon, honeysuckle nectar, and crème de musc. So the almond macaroon sweetness is mixed with the peach because the peach is actually a fruit. So it is fruity and sweet because the peach is actually sweet because it is a fruit. And the honeysuckle nectar is not too noticeable at the beginning, but as you're wearing the fragrance, and when the fragrance dries down, you can definitely smell the honeysuckle. And the musk is not that intense in this fragrance. You can barely smell it. Well, I can barely smell it. I can't even smell the musk, which is sad because I really like musk. So the base notes are sequoia, milkwood, tonka bean, and amber. So when the tonka bean and amber are mixed together, you get like this deep, sexy side, um, which is noticeable as you're wearing it all day long. So at all, there's like this deep, sexy side caused by the amber and the tonka bean, and you have like this sweet, floral, fruity side caused by the flowers, the peach, and the almond macaroon. So when you mix these two sides together, you get like this warm, sensual, sexy scent, which is fruity and sweet. Yeah, which is heat. I really love this scent. It is one of my favorite from Beyonce. I think it is my favorite from Beyonce so far. My final verdict about this fragrance, I absolutely love this fragrance. It makes you feel warm. It makes you feel sexy, like Beyonce. Like she's very classy and very classy and sexy and sensual. For me, the notes that stand out the most are the blush peach, tonka bean, and the almond macaroon, without being too sweet, you know, because of the tonka bean, which is already quite strong itself. But yes, so like I said, I love this fragrance. This is especially the fragrance to wear when you want to be alone with your boyfriend, if you know what I mean. So thank you guys so much for watching. Before the video ends, I just want to say to all of you that are subscribed to my channel, thank you so much because I just reached 100 subscribers. So yeah, thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel and watching my videos. And I hope you really enjoy them. If you want me to review some perfumes, just comment down below. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. You can ask me some questions, whatever you want. And yeah, so thank you so much guys for watching, and I will see you soon for my next video. Bye.